Hi there, Sagittarius. Thank you so very much for tuning in. This is your June reading. I was just meditating on your energies and I was hearing killing me softly with his words. Okay, whatever that may mean for you, Sagittarius. My thumb just flipped this one card over, the Hermit, okay, in reverse. We'll heed that. Right after we ask what that reference of a song may be alluding to. Okay. Okay. Sagittarius. There has been an utmost pensiveness about whatever it is that these words are that you will be using or others will be using with you, towards you, for you, on your behalf. There may be representation of some kind. There may be representation of some kind, okay, by way of a letter, by way of a speech. Okay, I'm hearing soliloquy. Sagittarius. Let me tune in 1 second. You have so much fire. So much fire. But in such a way that is subtle. Subtle. It's not outlandish. It's not outlandish in the least bit. It's very subdued. Very subdued. The delivery of whatever this is, if this is a speech, if this is right, the written word, the spoken word, whatever it may be, thoughts are, I'm hearing eccentric, but laid down softly, softly. Speak softly. Something about delivery that you are heeding very closely. Tone. It's almost like it's not a matter even of the words anymore. It's a matter of how I express them, how I summon them from the deep inner subconscious, right? Hermit in reverse, like on lockdown. Okay. Bunkered down, hunkered down, underground. I was getting a similar sort of energy. Was it for Pisces? Okay. Nonetheless, this period of rumination, this period of I'm seeing like writing beneath the lamplight, beneath the candlelight, something romantic. Okay, I do feel that. Be it the romance, the love, the passion that you have for yourself, for your calling, whatever it is that you're hoping to manifest, right? The setting of that intention, ruminating on it, right? Gaining that clarity of perception of the future that we wish to create, step into, or, right? I'm hearing plea. And I believe I got that same sort of feeling for Cancer. Okay. I'm especially drawn to my black tourmaline crystal. Okay, there is a transmutation. There's a depth to whatever this, and my left hand, specifically my first 3 fingers, are tightening. Okay, whatever that may mean for you, Sagittarius, but I'm getting strongly motor skills, and also I'm feeling like this similarity and tightening in my hand, in my mind, on my forehead, sort of 3rd chakra area. Okay, something about the concentration that is so deep, that is so intense. Black tourmaline, right? Getting to the very depth of what it is that we really feel, bringing that out from the subconscious, putting it on paper, extrapolating these very complex feelings, emotions in such a way where it's deliverable, coherent, where we're putting that reality of what we've felt on display. On display. My fingers are burning, Sagittarius. These 3 fingers. Okay. You have a ton of fire here, and what I'm getting is I'm feeling that there's this desire to push a button, a big red button, pushing the button, specifically with this finger. So again, it's my left hand, pointer finger. Pressing, once and for all. The zinger, the ringer. Wielding this wand, whatever this is that speaks to that inner passion and drive that you have for whatever this world is that you are seeking to create, Sagittarius. This freescape, this pursuit of just that, only that which you align with completely. Mind, body, soul, right? The moon, intuition, the driving force. The pentacle, right? The groundedness, the sense of stability, security that we have, that we feel, and we embody. Not that we acquire or carry with us, but simply that we embody as we move along this path that speaks to our truth. Lights on right then and there when I said that, right? Truth, clarity, light, coming out with that from the darkness where we have incubated for so very long. And I'm getting this feeling of like pressure cooker. A pressure cooker. And that thing is going off, Sagittarius. It's like bring, 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 bring. Like I'm ready and I'm beyond ready. I've been ready. I've been ready. I've made headway. I have made headway. But it's a matter of reaching that gateway. Okay, Sagittarius, that leads me from movement and motion to implementation, activation of this desire for change and the changes of self. I'm feeling especially energetically, Sagittarius, right? Whatever these changes are that you have energetically tapped into, stepped into, embodied, right? Taken on, understood, come to terms with. It's now a matter of signing, sealing, and delivering, pressing that red button. Lights on, camera, and action. And we've been getting this feeling for you for quite some time now, right? This performance, this stage set. This stage set. It's a matter of taking, right? this fire and this adrenaline, this passion, this drive, and this dynamism. I'm gonna lose my voice. There is a lot that you have to say, Sagittarius, about whatever this whole process has been. Okay, and it's interesting because you've been making, I feel that I see you, right, making this headway. I see you traveling. Freescape. Right? Like this stallion down this road, down this highway. It's really a highway sort of feeling that I'm getting. You're galloping. But it's a matter of, right, reaching the destination at which it all sort of begins. So it's the transit period. You realize that you had to step into your own. It was a matter of understanding where you are going as you, and the reality that you are the one taking you there, right? And then, right, comes this readiness to arrive. Like spaceship landing. Okay, spaceship landing. And you realize that once I'm telling you, Sagittarius, my whole left arm, especially my elbow and my forearm, is like almost like there's a soreness. Okay, imagine you've been writing. I'm getting like writing, and you feel the aching, just the aching from all of it, right? And it could be, right, not just necessarily writing, but writing in the mind's eye. Right? The setting of intentions, the strategic work, the rumination. There's a readiness for absolute implementation. Ace of Wands, energetic pathway, right next to Seven of Wands. Sagittarius, this speaks to, you're like, I know that lighting this one match and this one wand and wielding it forward will set ablaze what I feel so strongly about is my destiny, is my path. It speaks to emotional satisfaction. You have two aces here, Sagittarius. Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands, Daughter of Wands in reverse, right beneath the Ace of Wands. There has been, I will say it, a fatigue. There has been this feeling of writing it out in transit, trying to get there, get to the place where this wand is waiting for you, where, right? Batoning it over, taking the wand, the microphone, stepping up to the plate, onto the platform, at the podium, saying it all, flat out. Setting all your cards on the table, Sagittarius, right side up. I'm hearing like the galloping of this horse. It's like the thump. And you have, this is coming from your deep past. This horse has been journeying. Right? Keeping its focus so strongly on this new beginning. And what is driving the stallion is this promise of potential, of this knowing that this new beginning will bring you a sense of reignition, of passion, of fire, of flame. It's so lovely. It's so lovely. This whole card, this entire card, Sagittarius, is white and black. Right? Gray. Except for the four corners. Right? It's like even if the journey of this transit to the oasis land, that's how I'm feeling it for you. is dark, is meager, is dull, is quiet, is tiresome. That doesn't change. What drives you to reach your destination? That's what you have in mind. It's the outskirts, right? The periphery of your imagination of where you're going and where this journey is taking you, Sagittarius. That's your driving force, and you're not letting go of that. You are not letting go of that. It's been so very long. So very long. And you saw the gradual growth. You saw the improvement. You saw the progression of these efforts that you've been laying down, laying forward, the changes you've made to yourself, and energetically especially. You're seeing how it's bringing you along. You're seeing how conducive this approach is for you. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. But there's still an abstraction of whatever this progress is, right? It's like the brush, right? The fertility of land on the outskirts, right? That line this path that we're riding along, right? But this is not the destination. This is not the destination, but it's almost like a marker. It's a marker of, it's a foreshadowing of what is to come. Empress in reverse, in your energetic pathway, leading you out, leading you out. So much fire. Empress is very strong fire, right? So it's like we see this alluding to fire and the wielding of it and the implementation of it, especially implementation, right? To which point it all culminates, right? And it builds to grand creation, the building of very fertile lands, the planting of this seed of this tree, right? Rather than just the underbrush. That is encouraging, right? I feel that you've seen, right, how far, again, this approach has brought you in terms of bringing you closer to where it is that you have your heart and your mind set on. Empress, Empress, Empress. Sagittarius, I feel for a number of you, this may be a birth, okay? This may be a birth, absolutely, but it may also be absolutely your own energy, okay? Stepping into your own, the desire to, I'm hearing consecrate, okay, whatever that may mean for some of you, but to make official, to make concrete, to finalize your stance, to stake your claim. To traverse the lands that you feel will take you to home. Your home. What you not only call your home, not only what you know is your home, right? Not your address, but what you feel so deeply is your home. Because you feel that you've created this world around you, this domain, this I keep hearing consecration, okay? And if this is not you, I'm feeling for a number of you, this is your own energy, Empress, okay? The desire, yet again, to come into your own. But if it's not, Sagittarius, it can speak to an individual who you are driven to pursue. Driven to pursue. I'm hearing the oasis land. The oasis land. And you feel that whatever this destination is will speak to your fire. Your passion and your flame, and it's so fertile and it's so very creative. So very creative. Whatever it is, whatever this circumstance is that you see, right? That you aspire towards, to create, to step into, to capacitate. It's so invigorating. It's so enlightening. And you feel as if it is your counterpart in some kind of way, right? Look at this. The Chariot. Cancer's card. Water. Cancer ruled by the moon. Moon on the third eye chakra area of the Chariot. Very, very strong sort of psychic energy. Speaking of fertility, of home, right? Stallion. Fire, passion, drive, creation, movement, change. Cancer, speaking of the home, the humble abode, which is interesting as I'm reading it here for you, because the Chariot, right, is the chariot on four wheels moving forward, right? But Cancer, the crab, right, is almost more like this energy, the Hermit, as I'm reading it for you here specifically, Sagittarius, okay? So what I'm getting for you, for one, if you know a Cancer, if you have a Cancer rising, ascendant, or moon sign, you may absolutely want to check that video out in general. But specifically, or right, if you know of a Cancer who you feel may pertain to this reading, then this energy can be speaking to their presence energetically. But nonetheless, right, there is this irony, right, of pursuing home by leaving, right, a sense of stability, comfort, and ultimately stagnation. Okay, ultimately stagnation. So it's like crawling out of the shell, crawling out of the shell. I'm hearing writing poems. Sagittarius. It's so lovely. It's so lovely, and it's so lighthearted, and it's so, I'll say lighthearted, but at the same time, the way that it's delivered is very soft. But the message that it carries is so very deep and was ruminated on for so very long. So there's something about, right, the introversion and the extroversion, bringing out what is very deep, held deep within. Realizing that finding our real home, our true home, what really feels like home to us, requires of us to leave, right? A sense of protectiveness, self-protectiveness, right? Which is another quality of Cancer. So there's this, I'm getting that there's this accordion of energy, okay, and a duplicity as well, whereby we see, right, this more sort of masculine energy, water card as well, okay, so more yin in element, but also that, right, which speaks similarly to fertility, right, with the moon at the top of this Empress card, Aries' card. The moon, right, also on the third eye chakra area of the Stallion, both speaking to fertility, home, homeliness, but, right, this being, in a way, ironically enough, more masculine even, as I'm reading it for you here, as I'm feeling it for you here. And ironically, a greater sense of stability, of home, of reaching that home that we call ours, Sagittarius. I am speechless, is what I am, but there's this, there's only feeling. There's only feeling. And that's the only thing that's driving you, is the feeling, is the intensity of this feeling and this emotion. That's drawing you to home. Right? It's almost like all of the words that have been so painstakingly prepared fly to the wind, are left to the wind. And so yet again, right, we see this pursuit of stability, stabilization, implementation of our passion, to which point we reach that exactly, right? That exactly, which again is ironic in a way because fire, Aries, the Empress, is wild, it's dynamic, right? And yet, right, it's depicted by this tree. So as I'm seeing it for you, right, we come to this point of reaching the stability of self by way of the joining of our yin and our yang, the masculinity and the I'm hearing the divine masculine, the divine feminine. Okay, and I've been hearing that for a number of signs now, And there's been duplicity for a lot of signs that I've been reading for in the past, I would say, month, okay, May and June, yeah, so far. Nonetheless, there's this coming together, be it the two halves of your being or you and another, okay, Sagittarius. Now. The Empress is in reverse, okay, and it's accompanying the Five of Cups. Let me first read off all the cards to you so you can get an aerial perception of the energies here. Six of Swords in reverse, overlaying the Ten of Wands upright, overlaying the reverse Seven of Cups in your theme, all happening in your theme. Okay. The Chariot upright, deep past. Recent past is the Six of Pentacles upright. Ace of Wands, energetic pathway that you led into, that you harness, the energy that you harness that helped lead you to your current state of the Daughter of Wands in reverse. Daughter of Wands has her eye on this Ace of Cups, which is your advice. Mother of Cups in reverse is your near future, who's motioning over, making such direct eye contact with Hopes and or Fears, the Father of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, immediately. Okay, final outcome, Five of Cups, and in your environment, Seven of Wands upright. Final outcome, energetic pathway, is the Sun of Swords and the Empress in reverse. I was compelled to pull both of these cards together. Okay. So, Sagittarius, okay. I'm feeling that whatever, if this is a union, and what I'm seeing for you, I do feel for a number of you that these are two individuals, you and another. Okay, take it as you will. Always listen to your personal intuition, of course, Sagittarius, but I'm feeling that if you resonate with these being two individuals, I see this expansive land that separates you two. There's this distance, this physical distance. And it's like there's this traversing of lands. And there is a quest that you're on, Sagittarius, to make concrete. I keep hearing consecrate. Whatever this union is, this bond, and the energy between these two cards is so strong. So strong. And there is this connection that binds the two of you in such a way that is otherworldly. Sagittarius, and you've known that, and you understand that the pursuit of this speaks to that desire for what is otherworldly, right? Not just physical, tangible, right? Of the senses, of what we see, of what we even feel, but rather it's of what we know in the deepest part of our soul, right? That soul calling. Sagittarius, this is a soul calling. This is a soul calling as I'm feeling it for you. Of course, always listen to your personal intuition, right? General reading. It may apply differently to everybody, but what I'm feeling is that you're being called. It's like an echo through these desert lands to follow that call. For a number of you, I'm getting standing before the altar. Okay, standing before the altar. In this moment, you may be feeling like shying away from it a little bit, right? Daughter of Wands in reverse. Daughter of Wands in reverse, beneath the Ace of Wands. I'm getting it's like, oh, right at the tail end. Right at the tail end of this moment where it's time. It's time, and you feel it. It's coming about. It's coming about, right? The summoning of this fire, this flame, this drive, and it's not a matter of you wielding that wand, right? You know again why you're doing it. You know that you want to do it. Again, not just because you want it, right? I'm hearing superfluous way. Not in a way that is just because, right, you want it. Again, because you're called to it by a higher purpose. And Sagittarius, as you approach the moment, I'm hearing of truth. The final call. You're being beckoned to gain your strength, to summon that courage, to make the stand that you are to make. And for many of you, this may be a speech. Absolutely. I'm feeling a sort of podium feeling with a microphone that's emanating from this card. Right? Standing at the podium, taking that microphone in hand, and speaking your piece, okay? I'm feeling that your courage comes from doing that, from a place that is emotional, that is emotionally driven, that is the communication of emotions, that is the communication and the profession of this desire to begin again, to start anew. To say everything that I've wanted to say for so very long. And to come to terms even with my own recognition of the desire for it, for this new beginning, for this emotional replenishment, the offering of this cup of love, of appreciation, the appreciation of self even, of self, the readiness to begin again. I'm hearing that for a number of you. Absolutely could be with yourself, in and of yourself. Okay, so that is where, right, ironically enough, it's not about, right, just the passion. The passion takes you only so far. The fire, the flame, the desire, right? You have a lot of fire, a lot of strength, technically, right? But it's almost like, at that moment, the strength comes from this vulnerability, from this revelation of what is deeply held, right? Again, in the subconscious, in the heart space, in our memories, in the energetic archives. That which is soft-spoken, right? It's like the tempering of fire, of passion, and this approach that is almost even ethereal, where words, even actions, don't apply. So much of what you profess, so much of this new beginning is just felt. It emanates, it radiates. But it's the acceptance and the willingness to open, right, those gates. To shine this light, to shed this light. That creates the light for you and others as you move closer and closer towards whatever this end goal is. Okay, so by way of you, Sagittarius, communicating, expressing your emotions, how you feel, right? What you desire, your desire to feel. Once again, lights the match, right? This is in your environment, 7 of Wands. Lights the match. Provides the light. I'm hearing even the light of the discussion. To begin again. I'm hearing to begin again. To begin again, Sagittarius. And the Ace of Cups is literally lighting up the merging between these two energies. Ace of Wands, 7 of Wands. So lots of focus here on this card. Lots of focus on this need for vulnerability, to open yourself up to yourself first and foremost, right? And once you come to emotional terms with this new beginning, with what it is that you want to create and manifest, that's where this energy of action, I'm hearing even promotion, comes into play. So heavy emphasis on emotions, and that is the, right, connector between these two cards, as distanced as they are from one another in the spread as well. And as I'm feeling it and seeing it for you, Sagittarius, they're bound by the moon, both of them having a moon on their cards, right? So it's this alliance of emotions, with our emotions, with the reality of our emotions, with the passion of what we feel, right? Fire and water working so closely together for you. And there's this swelling feeling. Okay, and we lead into the Mother of Cups, right next to this Ace. In reverse. Mother, Father, Mother of Cups, Father of Pentacles. I am hearing consecration yet again, whatever that may mean for you, Sagittarius. But there is this inner dialogue that's taking place, okay? And it may be, okay, between you and yourself, or you and another. Father of Pentacles. If you feel that it's you and another, okay, then it may be speaking to one who is a rather stable sort of figure. Earth sign, maybe, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Okay. But one who seems rather self-composed, well-composed. I'll say that as well. One who's almost stoic in nature, almost even a sense of like unapproachable, seemingly more cut and dry as I'm feeling it here for you, Sagittarius. I'm hearing Taurus specifically. So for a number of you, this may be speaking to Taurus energy, okay? And if you have a Taurus rising, ascendant, or moon sign, then you may want to check that video out. But there's this discussion that's happening on a level that is beneath, layers deep, and layers above at the same time, tapping into the realms of higher consciousness. And it's almost like you're wondering, can we meet on this ground, on this equal ground, right? If maybe we don't see eye to eye, if maybe communication, direct communication is difficult for us, above ground, in the three-dimensional world, then let us take it down a notch. I'm hearing take it down a notch. To which point we are communicating again, not with words, not with words, not with words. But on the level that regards emotions, feelings, energy. And my throat is tickling. As I say that, my hair was brushing against my throat. So heed the whispers, Sagittarius. I feel for you that if this is another individual, okay, that I'm feeling that strongly for a number of you, there is a rapport that's happening on a very spiritual level, okay? And it's like you may just feel it like a brush against your skin, right? And you just know, right, that feeling that is, right, the communication. And there may be a distance. Absolutely. Yet again, I'm feeling great distance between these two characters. Great distance. Great distance. But as seemingly unassuming this Father of Pentacles is of being even a speaker of this language, of intuition, of emotion, they meet you there. They meet you there. They meet you in that space, okay, for a number of you, where you're having this dialogue that is beneath the surface. Beneath the surface. And it's almost like this, Sagittarius. Things happen. It's like things are happening where you feel like it's just something weird. Like something weird happens. Like kind of how that hit my hair. I just randomly, nothing's random, right? Tickled my throat at that very moment, right? And if you perceive that as just a three-dimensional experience, happen chance, right, random, then, right, it remains as that for you as far as your perception. But right, if we see beyond what we feel in the sensory sort of perception of things, we realize that there's more to it. And so what I'm getting at, Sagittarius, is it's almost like things happen, right? It's like a tickle, a feeling of wind brushing against the sound of voice, right? You're thinking like, wait a second, what was that? Right? And it like tickles. It tickles your imagination. It tickles your curiosity. Right? And it's like, I feel this connection. I feel this connection. I feel that there's something here linking us strongly. And you're like, is that what I think it is? Is that who I think it is? Right? This communication that's happening. It's very subtle, Sagittarius. Extremely subtle. Extremely subtle. And it requires of you to see, to hear, to feel beyond what you see, you hear, and you feel. Okay. Now, as you lead out, Sagittarius, of the first portion of the month, right? This spans roughly the 1st to the 15th of the month. Of course, right? Energy is fluid, so it may permeate a little before and after that interval of time. But as you lead out, there's this standstill. There is this standstill. This moment of reflection, of remembrance of what was. Of what was. And there's this oscillation of perception, What is it that I'm feeling, seeing, hearing? What is this experience? What has this experience been? Right? I'm feeling it's very otherworldly, Sagittarius. The things that you're experiencing are very otherworldly. And trying to make sense of it. Trying to make sense of it by way of reviewing the past of what has been. But I'm feeling for you, Sagittarius, that the past does not apply. Does not apply. You are in a portal, okay? I'm getting like a tingling on my pinky, okay? Through my pinky. You're operating, I'll say it like this, you're operating, Sagittarius, on a level that is not just 3D, as I'm feeling it for a number of you, And it requires of you, right? It's like, if in the past, you interpreted, I'm getting that there's a resemblance of this horse on the 5 of Cups with this moose on the Father of Pentacles card. There's a resemblance, but they're so different, and yet they're similar. It's almost like these are two characterizations of the same person, two projections of the same person. This is the emotions that accompanied how you felt about, perhaps, this individual from the past. Something about prior to entering this portal, whereby you are now communicating on this level, okay? And it's like a mind warp. It's like a time warp. It's like a space warp. It's you are like, am I seeing what I'm seeing? Am I feeling what I'm feeling? Right? Yet again, the senses only take you so far, and it comes to the point where, right, through this portal, you have to leave all of the worldly perceptions to the side. So you step forward through that portal, just you, soul, you. And that's where your understanding of all of these abnormal sort of occurrences comes together, comes full circle. Okay, and I'm getting strongly, it's a setting down of the intellectualization of whatever is happening. Right? 6 of Swords in reverse. Setting these swords down, old thought patterns, old ways of perceiving even the emotional reality, or the perception of the emotional reality. 5, 6, shifting our perception of the past, of this emotional experience that in some way fell flat, right? And from that, the setting down of these old ways of perceiving, right, the emotional realm, we face ultimate change. We realize yet again, right? Leave your shirt, your shoes, anything that sort of makes you human at the door, because you're stepping, right, through the portal. And that is where, right, any sort of oscillation of understanding, feeling confused emotionally, where do I stand emotionally, what am I looking at, what am I feeling, what is, comes to clarity. No more. It's all a matter of my perception. I'm ready to end that cycle of rumination, the flip-flop. What do I feel? What do I know? Comparing the two. What it looks like, what I know. What I feel intuitively, what I rationalize. All coming to a head, all coming to a standstill. All coming to a standstill. And the focus is on this interaction, the sacred. I'm feeling so, this is something about this interaction is so deep, and yet on the surface seems almost nonsensical. It's like, what is this bird, this dove, have to say, to do with this moose, right? Earth, water, right? Both in reverse. It's almost like, are they really together? Are we missing a page in the book? Right? Like, is there something that comes before and after? I mean, so where it may seem to the logical, rational mind that it's almost even impossible, right? You're being beckoned to, again, right? Open to the possibilities. Open to that vulnerability of what could be, right? Of what could be. And intuition, I'm going to say it again, Sagittarius, plays such a pivotal role in the whole process. It is the glue. It is the glue. Whatever this plane that you both are interacting on is the plane that connects you, the land that connects you. And I'm seeing again, vast desert lands. Whoa. Elbow, hit this teacup. Hit this teacup. Strong emotions, Sagittarius. Strong emotions. And if you think about desert, right? Desert, dry, lands. And my elbow almost shook this cup right over. And if we think of intuition, moon, water. Nurturing, vulnerability, knowing emotions, sensitivity. It's almost like, right? It's the understanding that this plane that we operate on and that connects us may feel desolate at times. But ultimately, right? I'm traversing it because I know that reaching, again, this destination will mean watering all of those plants, bringing to life everything I have wished for, I've dreamt for, I've understood on a subtle sort of level, has been coming my way. right? Felt it coming. And it's that understanding, right, that our reality, that what it is beyond what we see, okay, and what we can imagine is possible. What we imagine we create. It's in, right, that state of absolute wonder and the surrender to that wonder, to that possibility that propels us forward into the experience of it, the acceptance of it. And faith plays such a pivotal role here. Sagittarius, what a beautiful reading. Thank you so very much for tuning in. I hope this reading was helpful for you. Please feel free to check out your rising ascendant or moon sign as well, as oftentimes those may provide you with further insights into your situation. I know, for example, I resonate a lot with my moon sign, even more than my sun sometimes, depends. So it doesn't hurt to check it out, or them out, I'll say. If you don't know your sign, Sagittarius, you can check them out, compute them via the link below that I provide, and that will calculate most of your planetary signs. But just keep in mind that you most likely need an exact time of birth to know the sign of your ascendant rising, as that may change with a few minutes here and there. All right. So anyways, thank you so very much again for tuning in, Sagittarius. Have a beautiful June. I'll be back with your mid-month readings, full moon readings, so stay tuned for that. And until then, have a beautiful, beautiful beginning of June.